This is a buzzword for an entire genre of VHS filtered games and media, most of it being found footage, adjacent creepy stuff about exploring random places. I can understand the appeal, although I don't really play them too often. They offer an air of mystique, a journey, unraveling conspiracies, all that sort of stuff. Interior Worlds has that in spades. We are on a journey to explore, take pictures, and not get too spooked. If you think you would like the game, I would really recommend checking it out before watching this video. I'll be spoiling the whole thing, so it's better to experience it yourself. I've played Infra in the past, so I'm not unfamiliar with exploration atmospheric photography games. I'll probably do a video about Infra someday, but that day is not today. The game starts us off on this empty road for the prologue. It has this opening crawl where we're just wanting to explore the world and find something bigger than ourselves. We have a big old sensation of wanderlust, and we stop at a seemingly empty gas station. The only employee is out to lunch, so we'll just poke around a bit and unlock some doors. Why not? Things get weird pretty fast, though. We stumble across a camera, and as we return to our car, we see the gas station lights are off. It's even more dead than when we arrived. We hop on our car and go to the parking garage. The gameplay loop is simple enough. We have to take pictures of numerous gaseous elements while looking for clues. What really makes the game intriguing, however, is the atmosphere. It's thick. It's difficult to see, even more so when you're taking photographs. The player has to navigate and traverse the environment while listening to brooding dark ambient soundscapes. We are still getting our bearings, so the parking garage isn't too complex to navigate though. It's mostly open apart from some hallways and rooms along the edges. The camera itself has many features. We can adjust the focus, zoom, and add some filters to it. Taking a photo shows us a thumbnail of the image. This was added in a recent update. This is very much an urban exploration game, which is part of the reason why I liked Infra so much as well. Walking around places is really cool, and video games are a cool and safe way to do it. I've done it in real life before, and while it is cool, there can be legal and physical consequences to it, and I'd rather not deal with that. Ironically, the time I did Urban Explore, I brought a camera with me, so I was basically pulling an Interior Worlds in our own world. Some parts are pretty weird. As we explore the parking garage some more, we stumble across something troubling. Fucking aliens, man. They walk around us, taking our cows and giving me missing time. I do think they're cute in this game though. For as intense as this game can be, they could have easily have thrown some grotesque, slimy alien that's freaky looking, but they opted for these goofy sectoid adjacent aliens. There are some cryptic messages around the levels. These are Easter eggs though. They're not really related to the completion of the game unless you want to uncover all the secrets, which I will not be doing in this video. Color-coded keys are also another common item that we will be finding throughout the game. We never really have to juggle more than one or two at any given time though. As we keep on moving, I find a VHS tape. Cool, let's pop it in the player that I found earlier. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. Again, these are more of a collectible as opposed to a required item. Still don't like it though. Soon, we find a doorway, and then we find ourselves in the metro. As soon as we enter the metro station, we find a compass. The compass points towards the most nearby photo opportunity that we need to capture, so navigating levels just got a little bit easier. Interior Worlds is primarily centered on the atmosphere of these environments, which I can't really showcase in this video without it being an hour long. Deep underground noises, trains flying around, dim yellowed lights illuminating tiled floors, advertisements scattered around the walls, it's all here. There are some figures enveloped entirely in black walking around the metro. They don't attack us and we can't get close to them, but we're not really alone down here. We can interact with some of the objects around the levels, like this vending machine. Sweet. There's another tape, but it's the same as the first one we found. After taking photos of every single opportunity and moving onwards, we find ourselves at the airport. There's a theme of transients throughout these levels so far. We visited a gas station, parking garage, metro station, and now an airport. All of these places represent a state of movement of individuals traveling to different cities, countries, places, borders, all that sort of stuff. Although I guess if you think about it, a large amount of infrastructure in the world is primarily for transportation, so I guess that makes sense. The airport is pretty freaky, more so than some of the other maps so far. This luggage cart rolls down the stairs. We go through a grimy maintenance corridor. There's a ringing phone with someone breathing on the other end. To top it off, there's some crawling guys that we catch glimpses of. There are some perks though. Money tends to fly out of these ATMs. Fucking sweet, man! We made it! We spot some more aliens, and we can actually board some of the planes. They're pretty much fine. There's not much, Okay, they're both kind of full of fucked up shit, so never mind. We take all the photo opportunities, and we keep on moving to the hotel. The hotel isn't that bad. We hop over the desk to check in and witness some political debauchery on the TV.
Senator Percy apologized to Mr. Lance, and in his apology used this curious language. He said, "I apologize for any anguish I may have caused you over the weekend." Marvelous. The charge of being a tax fraud.
One noteworthy section is this pool. The bass in the soundtrack is extremely deep. It's crazy. I find that the blue, shimmering light from the water's reflection is really relaxing. This area looks sick. What is it with liminal things and pools? I don't get it. Did someone drown or something? I found a camera lens filter thing, which is, they're like these items that you find that add just filters to the camera, and one of them is for circles. The game has this super serious atmosphere that's borderline scary, but there's goofy shit thrown in there too, like the aliens and this filter. It's a pretty fun dichotomy. One of the hotel rooms has Looney Tunes on the TV, so that's always good material to watch. We get all the photos and keep on moving. The suburbs get weird. It's a silent, snowy December night, but some weird-ass shit is going on. Now that I think about it, where is everyone? Clearly something happened with these semi-trucks and vehicles scattered around, but I find the tire skid marks don't make a lot of sense. It's almost as if the cars were pushed around by something or slightly lifted and then moved around. As I walk around, a green light shines over the area. I couldn't catch a glimpse of the object that casted the light, but I do see a giant crater. Damn. Was everyone abducted? What's the deal with these aliens? Why is the FBI here? We're gonna find out? Probably not. That's really about it. We can try to knock on some doors, and I think there might be like a Germa reference in here somewhere. That might not be true though, but I like the map. I think it kind of reminds me of some Counter-Strike Source Christmas maps, which is always kind of fun. But yeah, we're going to keep on going to the theater. The cinema is very neon, and it isn't as scary as much as it is an homage to horror media. Many of the rooms are playing public domain horror movies, stuff like She-Beast, Moon of the Wolf, and Night of the Living Dead. I recently watched some of the Living Dead movies directed by George Romero, and they are awesome. Night of the Living Dead is one of the first modern zombie movies. Zombie as in people rising from the dead and eating brains. That guy just made it up one day. Dawn of the Dead is also very 70s, but it's good. But my personal favorite is Day of the Dead. So many source mod zombie games used mine shafts and quarries as a setting, but I can't help but feel that they were inspired by Day of the Dead. It fucking rules, you should watch it. This whole level is just a love letter to that type of media. Just zombies, werewolves, old school scary shit, which is still just really cool when you think about it from a historical perspective in a liminal thing, VHS tapes, that kind of stuff. It's just really nice. And apart from that, there's an alien on the toilet. Did you hear that? It's time for school. School fucking sucks, man. Let's just skip the next period and play some damn video games. One of the first things we see is another alien on a toilet. Other than that, there's really not much to say about this one. We wander around a large brick high school, and we throw some basketballs around, and one of them fucking goes ape shit and bounces all over the fucking place. But that's really about it. The forest. No, not that one. This wooded area is surrounded by highway systems and other utilities, offering concrete structures surrounded by and consumed by nature. We stumble across some train tracks with something on the other end of this tunnel. Huh. There's a wooden axe here as well, which will come in handy for navigating through the dense foliage or just cutting down entire fucking trees. There's some dark-ass tunnels in this game, as in these are the darkest tunnels we'll see in this game. It's one of the freakier moments of Interior Worlds, and I'm not expecting jump scares, but you never really know. It just takes one freaking alien to pop out and get on the toilet or something. The Easter egg on this door is even more cryptic than usual. I took the time to draw these symbols out and I still don't get it. So we'll just keep on going. Sorry, Easter egg. We soon make it to the mall. Which of course we do. It's a classic liminal space. Dead malls are a topic that have been beaten to death, resuscitated, and then beaten to death again. This particular mall represented in Interior Worlds isn't very different than malls you would see in any major city in America. One of the first things we see is another alien on a toilet and the noise of gastrointestinal distress. We find another locked keypad door, and I remembered one of the first codes I had wrote down had something else on the page about games or something, so I entered the code and it let me in. Turns out this is the Vine Sauce Reference Room Easter egg. Apart from that, we see some more mysterious figures and some creepy mannequins. I don't like the cut of their jibs. The other part of this room is extremely uncomfortable. There's no ambient noises, no light, just silence. Nothing happens as I approach the darkness, but there's a sinking feeling when I head this way. Eventually, I hit an invisible wall and make my way back. So we take all the pictures and then leave. We leave more than just the mall. After multiple psychedelic, weird doorways, we wake up back in the parking lot of the gas station. The protagonist makes the choice to leave the camera behind, after which they drive off with the morning light. Interior Worlds is a fun little game. The player gets to explore various environments under moody soundscapes and visuals. I didn't cover all of these secrets or endings in this video, so if you haven't played the game before, there's still more stuff to find if you want to try it out. Or if you just want to Google the ending or whatever, it's pretty funny. I'm trying to have a video come out once a month, so if you enjoyed this one, hit all the buttons and subscribe and all that stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.